extension 2319 is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Well, that's the phone number I just saw online for the Bioethics Center, specifically at Tuskegee University. So that was most likely another hijacked call, because I doubt that the voicemail for the Bioethics Center, unless the number has been changed since the webpage was posted, fails to mention that you're reaching the Bioethics Center, etc. And now supposedly just says you reached a person that's not there. I think that's the generic message that is probably being used by the human trafficking network when they're hijacking a call out, trying to create the appearance of calls being made out, but they're really just being hijacked, and they're just getting faked voicemails. If it's somebody you've contacted regularly or that they predict you'll contact, they have it better in place, like an actual copy of their voice, or their actual voicemail or something, but otherwise they just give you a generic message like that. But that should not have been a number for a person. It should have been a number for the Bioethics Center at Tuskegee University. So I just wanted to double check the hours to see if what the person I spoke with earlier, who claimed to be the director of the Bioethics Center, but who I'm fairly certain was an impersonator, having actually interviewed the director previously and spoken with him previously for some time, I think he actually gave incorrect schedule information as well. I'll close this out. This is the supplement to the immediately preceding file. I decided to go ahead and show the internet page where I just pulled that number from. There it is. 334-725-2319. 334-725-2319. That's the number we just called. It's now 11:23 p.m. August 14, 2014. And this is the page I just pulled from at tuskegee.edu. And you're not imagining things if you see all sorts of light waves bouncing around on this computer. It is one of the very worst ones for this sort of thing. Some of them seem worse than others. Some of them are worse than others. It works the fastest, has the most capacity. So I favor it for some things, and I'm using it right for now, but it really will trance a person out more quickly than some other laptops. When I was at a particular university in Quebec City, I think I'll avoid naming them, in Canada, I was told the U.S. Department of Defense has offices right there on campus, and interestingly, they were requesting that international scholars that came to learn French, at least that group, that they leave their computers at least overnight. I remember the request was at least for like an overnight or 24-hour period of time, without explaining why. There was a memo circulating around the university, and they never explained why they wanted these computers left with somebody to do something, but they were not even a little bit clear on what the something is that was to be done with their computers, and then they were going to be given back to the scholars. So I think that's probably a group that needs to be extra careful about being targeted by certain covert behavior modification, mind control, MK Ultra, trauma-based mind control programming. And somebody asked me something like, why do I think the university setting is a particularly relevant setting for people to be careful, and I said, well, you know, if you think about it, I don't know if they asked me sincerely or, you know, what have you, but when you think about it, just looking at the screen is transing me out. Let me not look there too hard. I think I showed the address pretty clearly. Let me just make sure I do that. And let me show that it's not like it's been sitting there for months. I'll reload the page. This is what I just pulled up. And let's go back to where the phone number was. Do, oh, here, it's coming up on the right side. Find. Okay, I hit Alt-E for Alt-Edit to pull up, and then an F to pull up this Find menu. And I typed in hours, which is still in memory. And then I hit the arrow down button. Okay, maybe because now I'm below where it was. So I hit the arrow up. Oh, no. That's not what I'm looking for. Now I'm looking for, I'm really exhausted, sorry guys. I'm looking for 334, because I remember the area code started with 334. Okay. There we go. Contact the Bioethics Center at that number. So, let's see how far back this webpage goes. Maybe it was a long ago event or something. Well, that was as of April 2011. It's a few years ago. It's possible the number's not the number belonging to the Bioethics Center anymore, but you know what? Not likely. Not really likely. So, if someone would please, apparently my calls aren't really going anywhere. That was like one productive thing I thought I could at least do from here while I've been coercively kept here for the time being. I'm trying not to use certain legal terms because I certainly don't want to involve any local authorities. I'm just complaining to God, the public, and the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Torture, who is currently Professor Juan E. Méndez. And I believe, I want to say he's based at the American University School of Law in Washington, D.C. But I'm going off the top of my head, and I'm way overdue to get some sleep. If somebody would please call the Bioethics Center and bring to Dr. Reuben Warren's office's attention that I would ask to speak with his executive assistant. Probably makes the most sense, unless they designate somebody else specifically for this issue. If a lot of people, you know, call about it, bring to his attention the video that I just posted to Shanir.com channel on YouTube, which is this one. Impersonation of bioethics contact for U.S. President mandated center suspected, and that is of August 14th, 2014. If someone would please bring that to his attention, I'd really appreciate it, because apparently I'm just basically wasting my time trying to use this phone to call out. And this was the number I had released to the public in case somebody wanted to connect me with Ms. Gloria Allred's office, since it seems there's nothing else I could do with myself after all. I was just trying to write peacefully, but if I can't even do that and, you know, just relocate and write peacefully, but every time I make a phone call to try to do anything, I just have fake people step into the mix to just racketeer away all of my funds and then prevent me from being able to file any official complaint with any actual proper official, because they just keep getting to have their fun diverting away my calls to impersonators. Then anytime I try to do anything, I would just be running out of all the rest of the savings I'd scraped to relocate. So That's another way in which I've been kept coercively here, as well as having all of my mail tampered with, which is a federal offense, obstructed, hijacked, etc. And people that are involved are blatant about it, and they seem not to be particularly concerned, about any effect it has adversely on me, on any violation of any law, etc. At first I thought, well, they have good reason, because nobody seems interested in holding them accountable, but it might just be that nobody even knows what they're doing, since I didn't realize the extent to which they're hijacking communications left and right. So, okay, let's look at that phone number again though real quick. The phone number, well, normally for Dr. Warren's office that I had called, I think I'd normally would reach his executive assistant pretty quickly through that number, was the one that was in here. So let's just... It is now August 14th, 2014. Let's just get a reminder what number that was. Oh, I thought I could preview it from here, but it keeps showing me the same thumbnail for some reason. It looks like. Canada, for whom I was specifically made to wait. Okay, well, maybe around there. Stuff right outside the window and all. But this is not probably going to pick that up from the distance we are from the window. But let's see. You can probably see those waves. They do not appear random. Okay, I don't remember. In the primary office that carried out. I don't remember how quickly into the file I'd actually made the call. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'll check my phone. Okay. Yeah, I need to go to sleep. Okay, hold on. Okay, the number that we had called was, or we'd meant to call out to and dialed, was 334-724-4554. 334-724-4554. And that is the number that whoever I spoke with also stated was the number to call, and get connected from there. So apparently, though, not if they're dialing from my phone line, which is 205-960-7994, for whatever it's worth to know that, because I was expecting some calls from the public that I would have been, as I posted, would have been perfectly happy to pick up, as long as, it wasn't somebody looking to just harass me further or stress me out further or something. But I would have talked to people, no problem. But apparently they probably are just, who knows where their calls are going. So I guess I wouldn't bother trying to call me necessarily either, unless you're very sure you recognize whether it's me or not. Okay. Thank you, and God bless people who are helping me through this. Hopefully we can get at least a significant amount of this addressed, some kind of significant headway tomorrow, August 15th, because that will be the last business day of the week. And with the way things have ramped up here, I'm very concerned about being stuck for the weekend without having made a proper contact out to somebody such as Dr. Warren or Professor Juan E. Méndez's office with regard to my situation. So hopefully, if somebody could do that, and if they're in the Snowyoke community, if they could post a note there or in the comment thread under the video that's being shared here, or related videos such as the impersonation video there, suspected impersonation, or on the YouTube channel comments, but they come through to me less reliably than it seems like than comments made through the group or community for Snowy Oak on Facebook. So, thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.